Good evening. You're now with me, Shoshmato for TVS Nightline, and here are the headlines for tonight. Sarawak is set to play a leading role in addressing climate change and driving the global energy transition. Malaysia announced on Friday it has agreed to launch a new search for Malaysia Airlines flight MH370. And on world news, investigators probing suspended South Korean President Yoon over his foiled martial law bid. We begin with this news. Sarawak is set to play a leading role in addressing climate change and driving the global energy transition with its abundant renewable resources. Sarawak Deputy Premier Dr. Sim Kui Hian said, despite Sarawak already achieving net zero carbon emissions, the state continues to face environmental impacts caused by emissions from other regions. In a statement made on his official Facebook page, Dr. Sim reiterated that the state remains committed to contributing to global climate change solutions. Reflecting on the changes in Sarawak over the past decade, Dr. Sim noted the transformative journey of the state, which has grown significantly since 2014. Therefore, he called on Sarawakians to envision an even more advanced Sarawak by 2030, driven by its contributions to global sustainability. On other matters, Dr. Sim also expressed pride in Sarawak's achievements in medical services, particularly the Sarawak Heart Centre, which Newsweek recently ranked as one of the top 100 cardiac facilities in the Asia-Pacific region. Amid global reports of severe weather events linked to climate change, including typhoons in China and the Philippines, floods in Malaysia, and hurricanes in the United States, Dr. Sim stressed the urgent need for worldwide action. And Malaysia announced on Friday it has agreed to launch a new search for Malaysia Airlines flight MH370, which disappeared 10 years ago in one of aviation's greatest enduring mysteries. Transport Minister Anthony Loke said Malaysia had agreed to a new search operation by maritime exploration firm Ocean Infinity, which also carried out an unsuccessful hunt in 2018.
On 13th of December 2024, that was last Friday, the Cabinet has agreed in principle to accept the proposal from Ocean Infinity United Kingdom to proceed with seabed search operations to locate the wreckage of flight MH370 in a new area estimated at 15,000 square kilometers in the southern Indian Ocean. This endeavour will be based on the no fine, no fee principle. The Ministry of Transport is currently negotiating the terms and conditions of the agreement with Ocean Infinity, which is expected to be finalised in early 2025. These decisions reflect the Malaysian government's commitment to continuing the search operation and providing closure for the families of MH370 passengers. Thank you.
The Boeing 777 carrying 239 people disappeared from radar screens on March 8, 2014, while en route from Kuala Lumpur to Beijing. Despite the largest search in aviation history, the plane has never been found. The company's first efforts followed a massive Australia-led search for the aircraft that lasted 3 years before it was suspended in January 2017. And on the latest in sports, national goalkeeper Mohammad Haziq Nazli admitted that having to play the ball with his feet to allow the team to start an attack from the back, as he did in the 2024 ASEAN Championship, is a risky move indeed. In a press conference at the National Stadium in Bukit Jalil yesterday, after the Harimau Malaya drew 0-0 with Singapore in the final group, a match of the ASEAN Championship, the 26-year-old, however, said he has learned from his mistakes and will continue to improve his defensive technique to reduce the risk of losing the ball when pressed by the opposing players. The Johor Darul Takzim JTG player was reported to have made a simple mistake during Malaysia's third Group A match against Thailand, which saw the Harimau Malaya squad lose 1-0 on December 14. This came after his careless mistake in trying to bring the ball out from the goalmouth area, presented Patrick Gustafsson the chance to put the ball into an empty net in the 57th minute. However, in yesterday's match against Singapore, Mohammad Haziq was in sublime form and was named man of the match despite the Harimau Malaya being held to a goalless draw. The goalless draw against traditional rivals Singapore means Malaysia are now out of the semi-finals. Singapore, however, by virtue of finishing second in Group A, advanced to the knockout stage alongside defending champions Thailand, who topped the group. In the other Group A match, Thailand defeated Cambodia 3-2 in Bangkok to secure the top spot with 12 points, followed by Singapore 7 points, Malaysia 5, Cambodia 4, and Timor-Leste last without any points. In semi-finals, Thailand will face the Group B runners-up, while Singapore will take on the Group B winners.
By now, I've been working with Petronas for 35 years. That's how long I've spent my life working with Petronas.
Welcome back, and now on to world affairs. Investigators probing suspended South Korean President Yoon Suk-yeol over his forced martial law bid on Friday ordered him to appear before the country's corruption watchdog on Christmas Day after he snapped up previous summons this week. Conservative leader Yoon was stripped of his duties by Parliament last weekend following his short-lived December 3 martial law declaration, which plunged the country into its worst political turmoil in decades. Yoon faces impeachment and criminal charges of insurrection that could see him jailed for life or even face a death penalty over a drama that stunned democratic South Korea's allies around the world. He's being investigated by prosecutors as well as a joint team of police, defense ministry and anti-corruption investigators. In a statement Friday, the latter said that the Joint Investigation Headquarters has notified President Yoon Suk-yeol of a second summons request. The hearing at the Corruption Investigation Office, CIO, is scheduled for 10 a.m. on December 25. If Yoon shows up, he will become the first sitting South Korean president to appear before an investigative agency. Vanuatu said on Saturday it will lift a suspension on commercial flights to restart its vital tourism industry following an earthquake that killed at least 12 people. The 7.3 magnitude earthquake struck off the main island on Tuesday, toppling concrete buildings, the capital Port Vila, and setting off landslides. It damaged water supplies, knocked out mobile networks, and halted operations at the capital's main shipping port. 12 people have been confirmed killed so far, according to government figures relayed late Friday by the United Nations Humanitarian Affairs Office. The dead include 2 Chinese, 1 Thai and 1 French national, according to the UN update and embassy officials. Vanuatu has declared a 7-day state of emergency and a nighttime curfew. But commercial flights halted since the quake will resume on Sunday, Airports Vanuatu said, allowing the return of holidaymakers to the archipelago of 320,000 people, which sits in the Pacific's quake-prone rim of fire. The U.S. Congress averted a Christmas-time government shutdown early Saturday after weeks of tense negotiations that went down to the wire, passing a bill to fund federal agencies through mid-March. The midnight deadline already expired by minutes. Senators dropped normal procedure to fast-track the package to a vote, halting government shutdown preparations and saving Christmas for more than 800,000 workers at risk of being sent home without pay.
We are really grateful that tonight, in bipartisan fashion, with overwhelming majority of votes, we passed the American Relief Act of 2025. This is a very important piece of legislation. It funds the government, of course, until March of 2025. That was a big priority for us. We encourage swift passage in the Senate now. They need to do their job, as the House just did. We will all go home.
President-elect Donald Trump and tech billionaire Elon Musk, his incoming efficiency czar, created much of the drama, this time around by pressuring Republicans in an 11th-hour intervention to renege on a funding bill they had painstakingly agreed with Democrats. Two subsequent efforts to find compromise fell short, leaving Republican House Speaker Mike Johnson at the last chance alone as he spent much of Friday huddling with aides to find a way to keep government agencies running. Many parks, monuments and national sites would have closed at a time when millions of visitors are expected. See the world closer with TVS as we bring the latest news updates both locally and internationally. For more headlines anytime, anywhere, just head on to our official website at tvsarawak.my or follow us on our social media platforms at TV Sarawak. And those were the updates on TVS Nightline. I'm Shul Shamatur. Thank you for watching and have a good night.